That was well executed.
Thank you.
I'm really
Thank you.
proud of you.
I learned from the best.
Okay. Yeah. Well. So good luck with that. I mean, I'm always liking your statuses on Facebook and whatnot. I mean, it's
Yeah, I
important.
appreciate the support.
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Thanks.
Shoot.
So shall we kill this giant
Og.
ogre, whatever it is?
No,
God.
Yeah, I have the perfect plan. We just lure them outside and raise the drawbits, and then we'll be safe inside. It's not like anybody did anything to the drawbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's working perfect, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say I had a perfect plan, but that was the last game, and that's all shot to shit now.
what was your perfect plan back then?
Barricade the door, then we go up to the roof and we
Yes.
rain hell down on them. But
Right. It was a good plan.
It was a good plan until the weakest character in the group tried to
Yeah.
open the door. With the
Bad.
strongest character in the group standing there like, hey, why
It's
aren't
all
you doing a thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
you suck. You're
You
so
got this
weak.
going
Why are you
on,
holding
right?
that door?
So previously on Storm King's Thunder, I'm wondering if the session will be shorter than the recap, but you know.
Nope. I have full hit points. I'm good.
So
No, man.
we started last session with Zunis's head exploding, and you basically watched as Zunis liquefied and then reverted back to his true form. Ellyn then felt a wave of psionic energy washing over the mansion, but no one could explain why his head exploded or how he returned to life. After that, you decided to visit Jolly and Magister Van Devries to get some answers regarding the assassination and maybe even regarding Zunis. On your way, Eamon stopped the guards from arresting an old shield dwarf who was accused by a noble, one Lord Halofern Margaster. And this dwarf, his name is Stogans. He's a resident of Thornhold. It's a fort north of Waterdeep. This dwarf was accused of burglaring into Lord Margaster's vaults. And apparently what happened is that this tribe of dwarfs settled in Thornhold, which was once a fort owned by this noble family. So obviously there's something between the dwarfs and this noble family. Eamon stepped in and prevented the arrest, earning Lord Margaster's as a rival.
Hate.
What? Hate? Yeah, something like that. But you got this interesting whiskey or ale, if I remember correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Girth favors
Girth
potion.
favors, right. It gives you temporary hit point when you drink it, so maybe it was worth it. I don't know. So
We'll find out. Soon.
Exactly. At Jolly's Quill, you learned that there is a dark ritual called the Black Sacrament, and it is performed by followers of Bane as a way to contact assassins. And you think this is the way that this assassin was summoned and was contracted to kill Ellyn. And at Van Devries' office, Zunis filed a formal complaint, and there was this. How do you call the in all the cop movies where you have the captain shouting at his officer? So we had that scene. Van Devries was really annoyed and was basically shouting at Eamon, "Why did you bring these men to me? And now I have to deal with this formal complaint of Ruathim's ambassador." And it was a big scene. At exactly the same moment, Lord Margaster stepped in to file his own complaint against Eamon, and Eamon and the group decided that this was the best moment to simply take flight. You left to Nightstone, and just before you left Waterdeep, Jack Higgins was approached by a contact of an old friend of his, and he was asked to jam Nightstone's drawbridge mechanism, which he did. Exactly when you entered Nightstone, the town was obviously without sign of life. Only the bell of the temple was constantly ringing. As you entered the town and confronted 3 wargs that were fighting over a slab of meat, Jack Higgins basically jammed the mechanism. So you killed the wargs, and then you headed to the temple to see what's going on, and you found 2 goblins basically playing with the rope there and banging ringing the bell constantly. You killed them, and then the ringing stopped. And then every goblin in every house of the town basically went outside to see what's going on. So you had this situation where a tribe of goblins were basically chasing you. You retreated to one of the guard towers next to Nightstone gatehouse, and you tried to barricade yourself inside when the goblins tried to come in from the windows, from the doors, from the opening at the roof, and it was a big mess. And just when you started to regain your footing and feel a little bit confident and start this plan where some of you are downstairs holding the door, some of you are going up and shooting arrows, at that point the goblins called for Nob, and we stopped there right as this huge hulking thing, basically the earth shook as it approached the tower. He said something like, "Move, door," and all the goblins made way for it. So we stopped there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, and because I'm a very tidy DM, I actually have the initiative order sorted out. So if I remember correctly, we have Aemon, Forgar, and Zunis on the first floor with 3 goblins around them, trying to make their life difficult. And we have all the rest of you, which is Quarian, Ellyn, and Jack Higgins at the first floor, right? With Jack Higgins looking out, and the rest of you are pointing your fireballs or whatnot into the hatch where 2 goblins try to sneak from. Am I correct?
We killed the ones that got in. Up at the
2
top.
of them?
Yeah,
the
one
two
of
that-
them.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they both died.
Yeah, they both
Yeah.
died. Okay.
And Forgar is holding the door, and there were some fingers in it, and I shot one of those goblins, and so there's... I'm not sure where Zunis is.
Zunis is with you.
Lunas was trying to stab the goblins inside, I
Mm.
think, and
Stabby,
failing.
stabby.
Yeah. So we stopped right after Aemon finished his turn, and now it's the goblin's turn. So what happens next is that the door basically explodes inside the tower, and into the tower steps this huge and hulking creature. I'll show it to you. Hopefully you can see it.
Nice.
Yes. So
I don't see it.
think about this creature, but with a twist. So
I know.
yeah. So this creature is wearing a harness, and on that harness there are 4 seats, and on each seat there is a goblin sitting with a crossbow. Now, those goblins have helmets. You remember the helmets that we talked about that the goblins have? So those goblins have red helmets. Just on the back of this giant, there is another goblin who is holding what looks like reins. These reins are tied to the creature, but this goblin is wearing a gold helmet, and
It's Master Blaster from Mad Max.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when who did that?
I did. I don't
No.
know what I did though.
No, undo it.
You-
Undo
you-
it.
You drag your
Man.
character sheet over there, and it
going
would, and it
How do I-
added your picture.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
So,
Were you trying to jump into the mouth or something there?
Yeah, I totally did.
so when all this construction basically enters the tower, there's not a lot of room to all of you there, so you're all huddled together, and it's very comfortable. The goblin with the gold helmet shouts, "Gold leader to red leader!" And the red goblin says, "This is red one!" And the goblin with the golden helmet shouts, "There are awful lot of them here! Watch out for your six!" And then they basically all start to shoot arrows at you, and yeah, so this is how.
And do they sound like maybe like laser blasters? These arrows?
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
So this whole construction starts shooting arrows at this lower floor. So we'll start with, yeah.
Wait, so is it already inside the tower?
Yeah, you
Did it
basically
get past the door?
burst the door, and
Oh, okay.
so the first 2 arrows goes to Eamon. Eamon, does a 10 hit you?
No.
And 14?
No.
Okay, so you manage to dodge 2 arrows. 2 more go to Forgar. Forgar, there's a 19 hits you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take 3 points of damage from 1 arrow, and Red 3 shouts, "Good shot, Red 2."
So awesome.
So I'm assuming 10 doesn't hit you. And
No.
Zunis, you take the last blast, but a 5 don't hit you. So.
That's good. Yeah.
So they're all like. Now the ogre. At this point, he holds his club, and you can see that the this gold leader basically directs its action. So it's pulling the rein and then pushing it, and this club just whoosh goes to. Let's see who. Forgar.
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Yay!
Okay.
I'm sitting on 1 hit point. No, it
okay.
doesn't.
Okay. So you manage to duck, and you watch as this club goes into the wall, and then a shower of rocks and stones. It basically dented the wall from the inside, like, and the whole tower shakes. The other 3 goblins are basically sitting there and enjoying the scene. They don't do anything. Quarin, what do you do?
I shake a bit. Okay, just a minute. I want to check something.
Yeah. After Quarian, it's Zunis act. So prepare yourself.
Oh,
I already have a plan.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Changing your pants, maybe?
Almost. Not quite.
I don't remember. Does giving? I can give any one of you guys a bardic inspiration. That costs me like an action, right?
It's a bonus action to do that.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm going to give Forgar a bonus bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So you get 1d6, and you can use it. You can add it to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. And you
Right
have it
on.
for the next 10 minutes. Okay, and I'm going to attack Gold Leader over there with a spell, Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
It's a cantrip. Basically, it gets 1d4 psychic damage, if he fails a wisdom saving throw.
So, wisdom
So-
saving throw coming in. I think he failed it.
All right, so then he gets 1d4, which is 4, and he has a disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay, so he starts to shout, I can't shake him! I can't shake him!
Basically, I just insulted him really bad.
No. Okay, great. You want to move?
Yeah, I'm going to move to greater cover.
Okay, so you basically step back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's assume you have partial cover for now. Zunis, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm casting a spell. This is what I'll do. So basically, it's a cantrip for me that I can do once per day.
Okay.
As part of being a Triton, and I can cast a fog cloud once a day as cantrip. So I'm just fogging up the whole place and getting up the ladder
Okay, great.
to the next floor. And I hope you all remembered the bottom floor very well to get out of there.
Nope.
So you blow this cloud inside.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. It's just around me in the bottom floor.
Mhm.
The sphere spreads around corners. Area is heavily obscured. It
Yeah.
lasts for the duration or until wind blows it away.
Okay, cool.
So everybody out there is blind.
Basically, yeah.
You're
Nice.
not blind, you just can't see anything. Other than like what's right in front of you.
Yeah, heavily obscured, as in blinded.
Yeah, it's yeah, effectively everyone are blinded. So this will be cool. Everyone are
Okay.
blinded. Okay, so this misty fog explodes inside the tower, basically filling the whole area. At this point, your ambassador, she starts to climb on the ladder. I think you moved it, Quarian.
Yeah, I removed the ladder.
Okay, so she will reinstall it and start climbing.
Okay.
She actually have some trouble to position it correctly because she can't see anything. So that will be her action. Jack Hints, what do you do?
Well, I would like to shoot at the gold leader, but I can't see him anymore. I just had him in my sight. I had him in sight, but apparently the force is strong with him, and he got away. So I'll go over where I hear Ellyn setting up the ladder, and if the ladder is set, I'll climb up on the roof.
Okay, great. So you kind of feel your way, but eventually you make it to the ladder and to the roof.
Right.
Great.
And looking around up on the roof, do I see like still a horde of goblins?
Yeah,
around the
but
tower?
they all look inside through the window and doors, enjoying the scene, and you can see that one of them is elbowing the other and asking, "Can you see anything?" And he says, he turns to him like this. So yeah, there's a lot of goblins, but they seem concentrated on what's happening inside the tower.
Yeah. I'll just do a quick count of the goblins and my arrows.
Okay, so
I'm sure I have enough arrows.
So do note, I will return to Nightstone map just for you to see. So it's not very nice.
Yeah, and I believe we're in this drawbit tower here.
Yeah, exactly. So you can basically, while it's not very comfortable, you can basically walk on the wall on this, on the wooden wall. It's not very comfortable because it wasn't meant for that, but you can try to pull it off.
Okay.
Probably
Okay.
with some acrobatic checks or something.
Yeah, probably. Forgar.
Oh man. So I can't see anything? I guess I try and back away from... I really want to fire blind in here. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find that ladder.
Okay, so you basically need to climb up 2 floors, and then you can find the ladder. So this will be your action. You'll be spending the round still inside the tower. Okay.
Yep.
So you feel around, you touch the ogre, you touch his goblins, you touch the face of Aemon, and then you find the steps, and you manage to go up. Like, oops, sorry.
Yeah, my bad. Excuse me.
Okay, Aemon. After Forgar stuck some fingers in your eyes.
I slap it away. When he slips by me, can I actually slip him that Mickey of Girth's favors?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
So
Right on.
a bottle appears in your hands. I want to go out the door. I just want to like stick my head out the door, and ideally what I'd like to do is use the fog that's billowing out as cover and actually sneak away
Okay.
past all the goblins who are trying to see inside.
Okay. So
And
yeah,
I rolled a stealth of 21.
I didn't see it.
How do I do this?
So you use the fog and the cover of the fog, and you open the door, and just for a split second before this wave of fog billowed out, you can see a wall of goblins. They're like sticking to the door and trying to look and
Oh, sorry. I assumed the door was in tatters when the ogre came through it.
Oh yeah, you're actually correct, but that doesn't change the fact that they were all walling up there, just trying to see. But as the fog pour out, they basically scatter. So you have the ability to ride the fog wave and vanish outside.
Okay, so it's just one move that I get right. Why can't I move this stupid map? I'm having the same problem you're having. I can't move the map.
Yeah.
There we
So just outside the tower, there is this huge boulder that probably fell from the sky. So you can probably find cover behind it or something like that.
Yeah, is it possible that I can make it into that farmer's field?
Here?
I'm not seeing anything.
I saw it.
Yeah, that field.
That
Yes.
field. Yes, you
Yes.
can.
I saw it. It just took a minute. Go roll 20. This is
No,
super
I
fast.
think it's our browsers. It's nothing to do with them.
I think it's the Canadian internet.
I'm using Chrome and I got no problems with it.
I'm using Chrome and I'm having a ton of problems with it.
So
I'm your
you
computer.
you can run there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just like over the fence kind of thing.
Sure, no problem. And the farm is all about wheat, so you
Ooh,
can
perfect.
actually dive inside and all is good.
Okay.
Great. So the goblins they rolled a 1 on their perception roll to actually spot you, so you make your way safe and sound, no problem there. The 3 goblins that were on the lower floor, they simply go out the door with hands in their pockets, kind of wave the fog as they do, and this gold leader, he shouts, "I can see them!" And one of them tells him, "Use the force." So he basically turns around and walks his 80-80 outside to where the fog doesn't reach. And at this point, he will try to do something really, really crazy. He pull the reins, knock on the ogre's head, and tell him climb. And let's see if we can pull this off. So this ogre is very, very strong. So he manages to slowly. Actually, not very slow. His speed is 40 feet. So he manages to actually, King Kong style, to simply climb the tower.
Yeah.
So after his round, he managed to be face to face with Jackins. So Jackins, you see this
all the way up there.
Yeah. So you see this tower of goblins and crossbows, basically, appearing. Just as you managed to clear the roof. So he's there, but he finished his action there. But this is it. They can't see anyone else, and you know what? The goblins can actually shoot. They didn't do anything. So, Jackins, how are you with 4 arrows?
I needed some more arrows though. Clearly, too many goblins here. So yeah, please give me your arrows.
Okay, so the first one with a whopping 4 doesn't hit you. The next one is 21 actually. So
That's barely.
yeah, barely. So this is 4 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm not looking good.
Yeah. The second one hits with a 13. Does that hit?
Ooh, yeah, it hits my armor. That's good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
So another 2. And the last
no,
one.
it's get deflected by my armor.
Oh, deflected by your armor. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then you're good. I think this is the last one, right? 4 goblins. And this one is an 18.
Oh god damn it! I'm down.
Oh, no. Just you have
what?
1 hit point?
I have 2 now. So unless
So you can take just 1 down.
okay, I'm not down. Hey, yeah, this is going great. Just as I planned.
You're doing just fine, Mr. Renard.
And
Yes.
the gold leader.
At least I'm not running away like some are. Cowardly hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Red one. I mean, all the reds, they basically fire at you, and they all kind of shake because of the ogre is climbing, and the gold leader just shouts at them, "Stay on target! Stay on target!" As they.
I can't hold it. I can't hold it.
Okay, Zunis. Sorry, Quarian. What do you do? You're muted.
You're
hear you.
muted.
Sorry, I understand what's going up right above me, right?
Yeah,
I
you
probably
think,
heard it.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, exactly. You know.
Okay, I'm going to try to climb the ladder, grab Jenkins, and climb right back inside. Like, just push him inside and jump downstairs and say, "Run! Into the fog! Into the fog!"
I got this.
I got this.
He stands there with 4 arrows sticking from his body. I got this.
Yeah.
You snatch 2 arrows with your belly.
It's fine.
So basically, I'm trying to grab him and just pull him inside and close the door above me if I can.
I don't want to get inside. I have everything planned out up here.
You don't look so good. I grab him by the arrows.
So, Jenkins, do you go down or not?
I would prefer not to
Really?
get dragged down. Yes. I have a
Okay.
plan.
All right. I'm going to stay inside in the fog.
Okay. So that was probably your move. Do you want to cast a spell or do anything else?
I'm going to try the vicious mockery again on Mr. Gold Leader.
Okay.
Well, I'm outside. Okay, so it's another wisdom saving throw. 13.
9. So no.
Alright, fails. And 2 hit points, and he's got again a disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Okay, let me just check something. 2. Okay, so he doesn't look very good. He starts to bleed from his eyes and nose. But you can see that one of the red, red 1 basically pokes red 2 and do this on gold leader. So you see red 2 is doing this. It seems like they plan a promotion.
Field promotion.
Exactly. Zunis, what do you do?
Can I get up to where Morton's character is?
I'm back in a second.
To where Jenkin is.
So you start your turn at the lowest, on the first floor. So
he went up after casting the fog, I believe.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I
yes.
tried to get up as fast as...
So yes.
Okay, and the big ogre guy, he's still hanging on the...
Exactly. Think
the
like an
tower.
Apache helicopter, you know.
Yeah, slowly.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, I'm running like as fast as I can, and I'm giving him a tackle. Like with
No. I say like hit his right hand.
no,
Hit the left.
I'm actually completely tackling him. Like if I
No.
I might fall down
Stab
with
the
him,
right
but
hand. I'll stab the left.
if I fall down with him, that's like fine with me. I'm just trying to get him off as hard as I can.
I'm shouting, stab the hand.
Okay,
Alright.
As
Zunis.
you're doing that.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm running. What do I need to roll for this? I'm trying to body check him to push him off.
Make a strength check, and as you do, you see all 4 turrets basically turn to you, but they don't seem to be able to load fast enough. And then Gold Leader says, "Uh-oh."
Oh, I rolled an 18 and I have 0 strength actually, but still.
0
That's an
strength, but 100 bravery.
Yeah.
So let's
Or
see.
foolishness, one of the two.
Yeah, so he will try to oppose your tackle with his strength. He's pretty strong, but your 18 is pretty high, so let's see. Oh, so you actually managed to hit him head on. He loses grip. He basically, so not exactly losing grip, but the 2 flagstones that he was holding are simply torn from the tower. So he basically goes down.
As he's going down, I tell him, "Long live the king."
So
No, for the emperor.
Yeah.
We're clearly the empire.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And Red 1 shouts to Gold Leader, "Wasn't supposed to end like this!" And then they'll fall down. So, I believe some damage should be rolled for everyone involved. So it's not a very high.
Yeah, wasn't it like 20 feet or high or something
Yeah.
like that? That's 2d6.
So it's 1d6 for each 10 feet,
for
right?
10 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty good though for all the goblins that are on his back.
yeah, so Gold.
Yeah, and what about the goblins they land on?
Yeah.
Like how much
Yeah.
damage
Yeah.
that ogre does?
So, Gold
Exactly.
Leader is crushed. Red 1 is crushed. Red 2 is crushed. Red 3 crushed. Red 4. Oh, so what's happening is that everybody fall, and this huge ogre basically tried to roll and save his butt. So he flattened 3 of the goblins, but the 4th one actually pulls out his helmet and grabs the gold helmet, put it on his head, and he starts dancing. "I am Gold Leader, I am Gold Leader." And the ogre also took some damage, but that
I think I just saved the party.
probably did. You probably did.
So this is hilarious. You read my mind. I was going to do my trip attack.
I was going to stab the arms to make him
Mhm.
fall.
What just happened?
Pushed him off the roof.
Nothing important. Soon as messed up again.
So that was awesome. Now we have
Yeah,
a new
but,
gold leader. Yeah.
What about the ogre? Didn't he land on some of the? There was a lot of goblins down there.
Oh yeah,
Must
he
have landed on
flattened.
least on a few.
He flattened half the tribe. no worry there. So you have one ogre who is slightly annoyed because a lot of sharp ends from the goblin swords and stuff are now sticking into him, and you have one gold leader who looks, he's dancing and stuff, but he's bloodied as hell. All the others simply give you more room to maneuver. So Zunis, I think you should get an inspiration for this maneuver. So here you go.
Where is Zunis now?
At the top.
Yeah, you basically.
Oh.
You're still up there? Good.
Yeah.
So Ellyn will climb the ladder as well and join Jenkins. And she goes to the battlement and then look down, and then she looks at you, Zunis, with a lot of appreciation on her face. Jenkins,
Great.
what do you do?
Well, I had it covered. I'll say as soon as I didn't need your help, and then I'd look over, and I think that goblin looks so happy. I would like to return one of the arrows that he shot at me.
Okay.
Would I get advantage from the height, like height advantage?
I think so. Yeah, you should.
It's a 20.
Oh.
And
Nice.
that is 13 points of damage since sneak attack.
So he's basically, I'm gold leader. I'm gold
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah. And as he drops down, you say, yeah, here's your arrow back.
So as he falls down, he actually pulls the reins. So this huge stupid ogre basically hunches down now, not sure what he has to do. So he's basically looking at his knees and scratching his head, not sure what he should do. And then he says, R2, R2. All the goblins try to shove him and push him, but you think that the reins are basically, the device that tells him what to do. So he just looks at it at its knees.
Anybody want to jump on the reins?
I would like to duck back down behind the battlement after that shot, so nobody returns fire at me.
Okay. Forgar.
Alright, so I'm now halfway up the stairs,
Yes.
and the ogre fell off the roof, and I would have felt that probably.
Yeah. The ground shook.
So I'm gonna go back down the stairs. I'm gonna go back.
You're
to the
working
door.
on your.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the potion.
Oh yeah. Well, I have that. How does that temporary hit points? Is that how that
Yeah,
potion
but
works?
how much do you drink?
There's 3 doses.
I'm gonna go for just one of them.
Just one. Okay.
Imp.
So in this case, you chug, kind of pick it up and let it pour into your throat, and it's fiery and sweet and bitter, with a long round ending. So you regain 9 hit points. These
Right
are
on.
temporary. These are temporary hit points, by the way. So they will.
Hey. Woohoo!
So write them down. But
Yep.
but I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as the alcohol explodes in your mind.
Are you going to pass out drunk?
3.
Ouch. Oh wait, no.
A lightweight, clearly a
Wait, you've
lightweight.
got
No,
don't
is
you
that-
know.
Yeah, no,
Don't
You
use
do
it
have
now.
the bardic inspiration, but yeah, adding a d6
9.
to that is not.
Yeah, right.
So you alcohol does that to you. So you feel like a man, but you can't function. So so you're now basically poisoned. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. It will last for some time, but not too long.
And remember to slow your speeds now. Get into character.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna run
So-
to the kitchen. I'll be
I'm getting into character, yeah.
So that was your move. Do you want to do anything more?
I'm just gonna make it to the door, eh? Or
No, you're basically you can go out if you want, and the ogre is just at the front door. So
alright, well then got a bit of an upset stomach after that alcohol, so I'm gonna breathe lightning out the door in this awesome alcohol burp.
okay. So you see this cloud of fire and lightning.
Yeah, it's 5x30 line deck save.
Good luck with that to him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, thought so. So full damage. Kaboom.
All right. 2d6. Holy shit! That's 12 damage.
Oh, very nice.
Cool.
Very,
Two
very
sixes.
nice. So the giant roars in pain and shame because he's still looking at his knees when this happens.
Oh, I
Amen.
never should have taken that alcohol.
Is he standing?
Yeah, but he's hunched down, so he's like in the gym.
Because of my position and he doesn't know I'm out there behind him. Do I get advantage on this attack?
Yes, you should.
Okay, trip attack.
So you basically
Actually,
rush.
you know what?
Rush back.
Just well, from the wheat.
Yeah, you can.
I'll just
He's
peek
firing
out.
an arrow.
Actually, yeah. Shoot my bow. I'm gonna do a disarming attack. I'm gonna try and knock that club out of his hand.
Ooh,
Uh-oh. 15?
a 15 hits his armor class.
Oh, good. So he takes 9 damage, and he has to make a, unfortunately, strength saving throw.
DC?
13.
Ooh, the club flies out of his hands. I can't seem to be able to roll today. So
Thank God.
Yeah.
so the club flies and 3 goblins grab it and fall and they can't get up. Okay, so he's without his weapon and he's looking at his knees and the reins are still tucked really hard. Surprisingly, he doesn't do anything. He seems to be too stupid to understand what's going on. So he's like, true. And I have to stop making those noises because my wife looks at me and all she hears is me making noises. She isn't doing anything, So okay, so Quarian. So all the goblins basically try to kick him and pull and tug his reins, but they're not sure how to manipulate them. You think that it was only an elite force that could actually ride him. Quarian, your turn.
Do I see the gold helmet somewhere?
Yeah, it's on the dead goblin which Jack Hands shot. The
Is
goblin is
he-
still on his back.
Okay.
On the-
So here goes.
Do
So
it.
nothing.
Do
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
I'm going to make a jump from the roof onto this ogre.
Put on-
Hopefully, Mr. Gold Leader is going to break my fall.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
Okay. Right.
Inspiration.
I got-
Inspiration.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't work on me. Is it just a dexterity, or is it like an acrobatics or something like that?
Acrobatics is good, yeah.
So I got a 12 in acrobatics.
A 12. So
What a terrible roll.
Can we
yeah.
give him our inspiration?
I don't think it works like that,
No.
unfortunately. And with a 12, so it's not a very bad jump, so I will allow it, but you'll take damage from the fall. So he basically breaks your fall, but in a way that hurts.
Okay.
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 So are you ready for? So he's large. So I'll count it only as just a 10 feet fall, because it's too
Okay.
cool. But you need to be punished for that low roll. So here goes 4 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay. Okay. Do I still get like a move enough to like grab the gold helmet and put it on my head and scream yeehaw?
Yeah, you can.
Yeehaw!
I'm proud. You make me proud.
Very good.
Okay. So we have a bard wearing a gold helmet. And one of the goblins looks at you and shouts, "Take the rein, finish them off!"
I take the reins.
Time to kill the gold leader again.
Yeah, and you see two goblins like this. Like this.
Oh, damn.
Okay, Zunis, you're up.
Oh, my turn already again.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have any spells anymore, and the only thing I can throw is my spear, and in that case I wouldn't have a weapon, so... I'm going to use poison spray. I've never
I think it's area
tried
effects.
that one.
No, it's one target, but only has like a 10 feet range, I think.
Oh, only a 10 feet range?
It's a low, maybe 20 feet.
10
Yeah,
feet, yeah.
range.
So with 10 feet I can't get anyone right from
No, you
where
can
I'm
actually
standing.
move, right? You can go down. So you're at the top of the tower.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, I am.
So if you'll dangle, you can probably shoot it from above. But
I'll hold your feet.
Yeah.
I'll hold your feet.
So
Okay.
that will work, if you want.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, Jack
so-
Hins. Roll a strength check.
Oh no, please don't
Yeah.
drop me. I have 5 HP, please don't.
On his head.
Don't
Drop
worry. I only have a -1.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Hey, a 12.
Ah, yeah. A 12 is actually good enough to hold the
Yeah.
skinny tree top.
Damn, you're more heavy than you look.
Maybe not get him back up, but
And then it's my turn. Oh, I have my turn to shoot, and I'll just drop you and shoot.
And the goblin has to make a constitution save.
What goblin? The ogre.
No, I'm not targeting the ogre. I'm targeting one of the goblin that just said something about Avi.
Oh,
Avi's
I
character.
see. I see. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what do I need to do? Sorry.
Constitution save.
Constitution. Goblin. Constitution. Yeah.
12 for the DC.
Oh, so fortunately, finally, I managed to roll a 19.
Okay.
Yeah. So this poison spray engulfs it, but he manages to do what? Hold his breath, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that could work.
Okay. So that's a cantrip, so he basically avoids all damage, right? If I'm reading
Mhm,
correctly. Okay, so he
Yep.
goes and the cloud engulfs him and he's okay.
He's used to a smelly ogre. Like poisonous
Mhm.
gas, that's like
yeah,
a
right.
normal ogre fart or something.
Yeah, probably.
Ellyn joins Jack Hands and she holds I'm not sure if that easily, but she will help Jack Hands. I'll see in a minute if she's up to it actually, because I'm not sure. Oh, she also has a -1 on her strength. Okay. So
I
yeah.
think
well,
most of the party have a -1 on the strength.
okay. Jack Hands,
I
what
have
do
Plus
you do?
3?
Well, am I still holding on?
So
to Sunis, or
I didn't
is-
make the roll for her because the two of you together can
Okay.
easily do it. But if you let go, I will roll for her, and because she has a -1, I'll roll in the open just for fun.
Okay. Well, can we pull her back, like as pull Sunis back as a move action,
Yeah.
so I can get
Yeah.
to shoot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Zunis, you're up at the tower again.
Okay, great.
Okay. And then I would like to shoot my bow at how many goblins are
So
still
you
around
can
down
actually
there?
sneak the ogre because you have an ally within 5 feet.
Yeah, I know, but it's just wondering like how many goblins are down there.
So the way you look at it, you don't think they will give you any trouble as long as you fight the ogre. So they're very
Okay,
constant. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you think 15, 17, 20? You're not sure.
yeah, I have enough areas for them though. So if any things should happen, that's fine. And I have a lot of hit points. I have one, plenty,
Stay
more
up
than I
top.
need. Yeah, so
Wait.
I'll attack.
This alcohol works really good if you want some of that. You should try.
I'll briefly aim at the gold leader and then lower the aim a bit so I shoot the ogre.
Don't roll a 1.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you still have advantage or not, but I don't think I'll hit. If with advantage, it's a 10. If I don't have advantage, it's an 8. But I don't think actually that hits.
No, an 8 doesn't hit, and a 10 also doesn't hit. So that arrow flies by and doesn't. It basically hits one of the goblins who falls dead. Like,
Just as I planned.
exactly.
I
So-
yelled to him,
so
nice
those-
shot!
Those goblins down there, they are not interested in us right now.
So they seem to be interested in who's holding the gold helmet. So you can see them grin and sharpen their tiny daggers, and they wait for gold leader to fall or take enough damage so they can help him fall.
God damn it.
So that was Jenkins. Forgar. What do you do, Forgar?
I'm sorry, I got a little. My bad.
See, he's drunk.
Yeah, exactly. So, if this is an AT-AT, then I'm gonna not try and hit it with my drunken disadvantage, and I'm gonna
Good.
take out my rope, and I want to run in a circle around its feet.
We have control of it right now.
Yeah, but I
We're gold
don't
leader.
think that they're gonna listen to it anyways.
So you take your A wing and basically circle the 80-80. What
Yeah.
can possibly go wrong?
Nothing. We're good.
Awesome.
I roll something for that?
So actually, I don't think so because nobody's interrupting you, and this ogre is basically standing still, looking at his knees. So you can run around around him. You know what? Roll a dexterity check for me, just to make sure that you can actually run in circles because you're drunk.
No, it should be easy. I just kind of stumble in that direction.
Yeah, should be easy. And this is with a disadvantage. Remember.
Exactly what an officer does to you when he wants to make sure you're not drunk. Could you please run in a circle for me?
That's 2.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. So the goblins try to help you pass the test. They kind of steer you. No, you want it that way. No, turn to the right, to the left. Okay. But you think you got enough rope around the ogre? Or
Getting
we'll-
pushed around like mosh pit by
Yeah.
the goblins.
we'll see. Eamon, what do you want to do? So you stare at all this ruckus.
I'm gonna ready an attack on the ogre in case the ogre goes after Quarian.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm just gonna wait because I'm assuming he's gonna turn the ogre on the goblins.
Okay. So at this point, the ogre, after he's called enough time for R2 to do something, he decides and you can actually see him try to think. He's sweating, and his eyes are glazed, and he really, really, really thinks about what to do, and then he decides to take a step. And I need Forgar. Roll your. Wow, I don't know what to roll.
Right.
What?
Strength
I
versus
don't know.
strength.
No, so let's say wisdom. Make a
Wisdom.
Yeah. And basically, let's see if you manage to tie the rope correctly, and let's see if the ogre manages to avoid being.
Yeah,
prone.
disadvantage. And I'm gonna use that inspiration that I got. The one. Just a wisdom check.
Yeah.
That's 13.
Ah, that's not very bad, but unfortunately, the ogre outsmarted you. So he.
Yes.
So
yes.
You kind of hold the rope, and you kind of wonder what's going on, and then you see that he basically lifts one head, one leg after thinking about it so hard, and then like he had an idea, he will put this leg first, and then only he will. So he managed to outsmart you. You look at the rope, like what's going on?
You're supposed to be holding it.
Yeah. So after taking his step, he straighten up, and he sees all these goblins basically cheering for him, and they all point at his back, but he's not smart enough to understand what's going on, so he's simply going to club the nearest person to him. And who might that be?
He doesn't have
That's
his club
probably
anymore, so it'll be
Yeah.
unarmed strike.
Right, club, I mean it figuratively, not
Okay, good.
so Forgar,
Nearest.
Yeah.
you're the closest to him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh no.
So he will try to simply smack you. Let's see. So the first fist, like giant-sized fist, is a 17.
Yes, just to flex off my shield.
The next one is an 18. So you manage to block his left, and you are all smiles, and then his right.
So lift the shield up, and he comes at me again.
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, fist is what? Is D4 or something like that? I'm not even sure.
I think so.
I'm not sure for an ogre. It's one for humans. A human is just one, but for an ogre, a D4 would make sense,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
I agree.
improvise damage on this ogre. So a D4 plus his strength. This is 2 plus 4. Worth of a fist into your face. And
Good.
And all the goblins kind of, yeah. At this point, Quarian, 2 goblins climb on the giant and try to stab you.
Okay, I'm trying to dodge them.
So you manage to dodge the first, and then you can. Do you want to shout? I can't shake him.
Can my
I can't shake him. I can't shake them.
can I take my ready to attack?
Yeah,
I know it was for the ogre, but
yeah.
they're so close together.
Yeah. So just as
Does 15?
I think so. Let me check quickly. 15 exactly hits the goblin.
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. So this goblin is holding his knife, and then an arrow sticks from his shoulder, but he manages to drop down his attack. Did I say how much I rolled, Quarian,
No.
or I didn't?
No, you didn't.
So that was a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I did.
So his scimitar does 6 points of damage to you.
And I'm dead.
Shoot.
So again, the reins are pulled to one side, and the giant is now looking at his knees again, and he says, R2! He's happy that someone is taking control, but then R2! Again, I'm looking at my knees. Okay,
It was a very short ride, but it was fun.
Quarian, I needed to make your first death save because this is your turn.
Okay, I got an 18.
18 is 1 success. Zunis.
Okay, we should try to get out of here somehow. I mean, there's like
I could do it all day.
There's like what, 15 goblins or something still left, or 14, I think.
Yeah.
Jenkins
So
killed one.
yeah.
Well, yeah, something like that.
So how far can I go with my movement? Can I go to the bottom of the tower from the very
Yes.
top?
Yes.
If I manage, I would like to go down and put what's his name? Put Quarion on my back.
Oh, so no, you can't do it. You'll need more than that. You basically waste all your turn to go down the tower, and carrying him you'll need more than that.
In that case, I think I'll go down the tower and I stand in the where the door is and I ready an attack.
Okay. Cool. Ellyn will put her elbows on the railing and watch as all this battle. Jenkins.
Any chance she wants to do the jumping as well?
Oh, she's old.
Yeah, and she lets her servants do everything.
Exactly. She's old and fragile.
Yeah, probably like soonest to do better.
What do you do, Jenkins?
Yes. How hurt does the ogre look?
The ogre doesn't seem to be hurt at all, so he looks pretty sharp.
Okay. And is there a new gold leader now?
No, the helmet is on Quarion still.
Oh, it's still on current.
Yeah.
Hell.
But there is one goblin who is about to put it off its head.
Yeah. Yeah, but there are 2 goblins on the back.
No,
I
one is
assume.
dead.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll shoot the ogre. I do still have an ally nearby standing drunkenly with a rope.
Okay.
So hopefully I can do some damage to it. Do I still get advantage for the height?
Let's say that you do.
Good. Then it's a 17, doing 10 points of
17
damage.
hits. How much?
10 points of damage.
10 points. Okay.
Nice.
You see that as you shoot and the ogre is, watching the ground, he basically spots his club just at an arm's reach, and then he just pulls it and takes it. Forgar, what do you do?
So the rope didn't work.
Not
You carry a
yet.
weapon?
I do, and I'm going to. I'm gonna take a swing at it at the ogre.
With a disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to do. Anything that didn't involve actually rolling.
Actually, it would be really funny if you tried to drive the ogre because you're drunk.
Yes.
I'd have to arrest him.
Not allowed.
Yeah, you're getting a mark on the driver's license. That's
right.
why.
My cart license.
Gonna have to impound your vehicle.
Does a 15 hit?
The ogre, yes.
Yeah, right on.
Okay. So he's squishy. I mean, easily hit.
Squish.
Yeah.
That's 9 points of damage with
Awesome.
my war pick.
So now you think that the ogre shows signs of he's had enough. So you've basically bashed him all around, and that hit was the last straw. So he's now bloodied, basically.
So we finally got him to half hit point. Okay, yeah, we got this.
Yeah, but if we all focus on him now and
Hey,
actually
yes.
try and damage him,
Yeah.
we might be able to
No.
drop him.
Amen.
How many hits
That's way
did
too
we
much to ask.
get on him?
Only 2
4?
actually. I think 2 hits
He,
only
he
actually.
fell down
No,
and
he
then
Fell
2
down
additional
and then
hits.
2 hits.
Right.
Or maybe
No,
3.
3.
No, this is the
Three,
third hit, but most,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
My arrow still did damage, so
Yeah. Amen, what do you do?
I'll shoot it.
Go for
Assume I don't have advantage anymore.
it.
but
Forgar, roll another Constitution saving throw.
21 to hit.
Yes.
Do I have disadvantage for?
No.
No? Right on.
4 damage.
And
4
Yes,
damage.
that's stuck.
Okay, so another arrow sticks in the ogre. It roars in pain. This time with his club. He steps right at Forgar.
18
18.
for my con save.
So you basically just shake yourself from the effect of the alcohol, and then the ogre's club simply smacks you right on. So this is 23 or something like that. I'm
Oh,
assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, having a club coming straight for your face will sober you up real quick.
Quickly.
Yeah.
And you're actually very happy for those temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
Will there be enough
take
now?
11 points of damage from the hit.
More than I would have had from full.
Yeah.
I go down.
Yeah, so the ogre smacks Forgar, and the dragonborn's limp body smacks on the boulder, and then he slips down, and then he burps. Quarian,
Tiny bit of lightning.
the goblins
I-
cheer up again. Another death save.
I did it. Got a 10.
Lucky you. Zunis.
So I heard the goblins speak common, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, I asked them, what are you doing here? Why are you attacking us? What's going on?
Fucking diplomats.
So they look up to you, and one of them shouts, "You killed Gold Leader!"
I go up to wherever the golden head is, the golden helmet is,
Mhm.
and I throw it into the masses of goblins, and I'm like, here, you can have it, go.
So, what you see is this golden helmet, as you know, it bounces up and down on the goblin mob, and each time someone gets it, 3 more jump on him and bring him down. Then the helmet flies up, and you know this repeats itself, and basically this whole cloud of goblins simply walks away as they play with the helmet. Some of them are laughing, some of them are trying to hit each other, and they all seem very disoriented and confused by your action. So no more goblins around you.
But an ogre.
Yeah,
Okay.
awesome.
Easier to get rid of them than I would have thought. So they didn't even really want to kill us. So
No,
That's
all they
great.
wanted is the golden helmet. And by the way, when you threw the helmet to them, you could see that the helmet is actually made by dwarves. It's a dwarven helmet. It's not even, I mean, they didn't even make it.
oh, okay.
Ellyn will fire her eldritch blast at the ogre. Kind of, you know, a board. So she stands at the railing, and then so this is a witch bolt or something like that. Did something happen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then
I'm
you
gonna
have
guess
to
it hits.
click on the witch bolt.
Okay,
Click
so-
on click
And
out of the
roll.
chat output. Click where it
Right.
says witch bolt
so yeah,
to
but
do the damage.
oh right, got it. Yeah, I'll one day. Okay, so she zaps the ogre for 6 damage, right?
No, you need to click. I can't do it apparently. But if you click on the where it says witch bolt,
No, I did.
or no, not on the character sheet, in the output.
Oh, sorry. Cast at level 1. Okay. Okay, so she zaps him for 4. Let's quickly see. So we have 20. So the ogre, I think, falls. Oh, no, not yet. So he looks really, really, really bad. The blast from Ellyn left it reeling, but he's still on his knees. But he looks like if a gentle wind can make him fall. Jenkins, are you that gentle wind?
Hopefully, I'll try. I sadly don't have my sneak attack anymore because someone passed out drunk again.
I
don't know.
I'm a paladin. I don't
but
drink.
a 17 definitely hits.
Zunis
Yeah, and
would
it's
be
5 points
beside
of
him.
damage.
Okay, so the ogre.
Oh, it is. As soon as right next to him.
I
Once he picked
would
up-
be.
Once he picked up,
Oh yeah,
It
actually.
would have
yes.
to be to pick up the golden helmet.
Right.
Mhm.
Correct.
then it's 11 points of damage.
Okay, so the ogre falls down like in the Lord of the Rings, in that scene. So and then a lot of dust, and then he falls. I can't believe you survived that.
No.
Me neither.
Of course we survived that.
I don't have anything prepared, so
You guys are on your own. I'm gonna rush in and apply a healer's kit to Quarian
okay,
and Forgar.
cool.
I'm staying up on the tower with another arrow ready for any goblins that come back.
Okay. So basically, once you drop the ogre, some of the goblins who still have their senses, they basically start to shout, and when the goblins see that the ogre is gone, they all flee.
I would like to shoot as many of them as I can while they're fleeing,
Okay.
especially the one with the gold helmet.
So roll a d6 for me. This is how much you will manage to drop.
3.
3. Okay.
And hopefully we can actually recover the golden helmet. I want the golden ticket. I'm sure it's my. I'm sure it'll
Go
be
to Willy
something good.
Wonka's chocolate factory.
Yes.
What do you guys think happened here? I mean, there seems to be an attack that has happened on the town, but do you think these goblins attacked the town, or who did?
I don't know. We
I
we
don't
can
think-
investigate
Yeah,
this,
I
but
don't think goblins throws boulders.
no,
Yeah.
we need to get our unconscious allies somewhere safe and rest. Like,
We should look around for survivors. There might still be
I,
some. Maybe up in the keep. They might have been
Yeah.
able to barricade themselves in there.
So someone needs to stay back with Forgar and Quarian, and you have 1 hit point. And what's Zunis at?
I'm at 5.
So why don't you and I go up to the keep while Ellyn and Mr. Wren are there to try and, I don't know, maybe the other guard tower. Maybe you guys can barricade yourselves in, and you can watch from up top.
Are you sure
Why?
you want to do this?
That doesn't seem to be any danger left now.
Unless they come back, or they go back and get their giant friends and come back.
Giants? I don't see any giants.
Okay, well, at least we need to close the gate. So I'm going to go try and close the gate.
There's a slight problem.
What's the problem?
You think that the mechanism was sabotaged?
Is it destroyed, or can it be repaired? And is there a dagger sticking out of it?
A dagger with like the initial JR. maybe?
JR.
This vicious slander. I had nothing to do with it. You can't prove anything.
So you think that the mechanism can be fixed, but it will require someone with the proficiency. The dagger was placed in a very good spot to simply render the mechanism useless.
Do I recognize the dagger?
Do you
It's-
have a name on your dagger, Jack Hens? I mean,
No,
No.
it's clearly a goblin dagger.
oh,
Clearly.
Yeah, except for that's the dagger you've been carrying since I've known you. So
No, it's
No.
can I make some sort of
no,
history
It's
check
your
or
dagger.
investigation check?
So it's actually Eamon's dagger, right?
Yeah. Oh, I've been
I
looking
don't
No,
at
know.
that.
he stole it off that merchant.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. So you can actually I don't know. I mean that's yeah. You know what? Unless Jack Hinds tell me that he was very careful in placing an unmarked dagger, I will let you roll history to.
It's not marked, but yeah, he might be able to recognize it.
So
It's an 11.
So with 11 you don't. You
'Kay.
look at it and
Sweet. Second dagger. I'll keep that. Zunis,
thief.
can you repair this?
Yeah, I'll come over. Hey, you stole my dagger. No.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Renar, can you fix this? Mechanisms seem to be your thing.
Oh, it is? It's broken? Well, I can look at it.
it's
Try.
broken.
Well, I can't fix it.
Oh, does Ellyn have the mend spell?
She might, but that will not fix it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a complex, with gears and all kinds of things that will allow two, regular humans to actually pull a very heavy bridge up.
Yeah. I can try to repair it.
Oops,
Okay.
you broke it even further.
Go for it. I'm gonna sit back and watch him and help
Yeah.
where I can.
If he's rolling to repair it, I cast guidance on him. An additional D4.
Yeah, I try my best to repair it, and with I might actually accidentally drop a cog or something that's needed for it, but I'm doing my best here.
I think that's deception.
Insight.
Do I need to roll my deception?
Well, I'm making an
only
insight
if you are
check,
actually
so-
trying to. You know what? Yeah, you should. Because you're trying not to repair it.
Oh, and
Oh.
And I'm helping not
yeah, and
repair it.
I'll add my guidance, yes, because someone gave me guidance. So that's a 23.
Oh no! Like the guidance, it's like I'm standing right next to you, and I'm like, no, you need to do this, and
That's the guidance.
yeah.
Literally
And it's-
guiding you.
Yeah. And
Okay,
it's guiding
23.
me to do better
It's
at.
an insight
Yeah,
check.
definitely. He's definitely doing better as a result of me helping him.
23 beats my insight.
Oh my god.
We're such a good party. We're so we work so well as a team together. All right, so then you clearly don't want to stay back and keep watch, so you two go to the keep. I will keep watch on our friends. I'm gonna drag them into the southern watchtower on that door.
I can keep working on this if you want to take the keep. I'm not sure I can fix
no.
it, but it'll take time.
I don't think so. I think someone needs to guard the allies, and I think this tower has no door on it anymore because the ogre smashed it in. So I'm gonna take them into the other tower and try and barricade that door with whatever tools or supplies I can find.
So the other tower is whole and complete, and you can definitely stick someone in and close the door, and bar it if you want to.
I'm gonna stay with them, and I'm gonna take to the roof and keep watch.
Okay, so who is staying at the guard tower and who is going to the keep?
I'm going to the keep.
I'll go to the keep
I've
also.
actually always wanted a keep.
So,
We have the weirdest friggin' party.
Zunis, do you want Ellyn to go with you to the keep, or do you want her to stay, as her personal bodyguard? Up to
No,
you.
I think she should come with me.
Okay, so Zunis, Ellyn, and who else to the keep?
Chickens.
I think they're the only ones up.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming.
Doesn't Jenkins have like 1 hit point left?
Yep.
It's a bleeding stop. I'm clearly fine.
I'm fine.
I,
and,
Yeah.
blood coming out of his vein. I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm oh, sorry, I'm coughing up blood, but I'm fine.
I'm going to take my whiskey back from Forgar, by the way.
Okay. So Quarian, Aemon, Forgar are staying at the guard tower. Okay, great. So, Zunis, Ellyn, and Jenkins, you go down the road, basically leading to this area. Okay, hope you all saw
Yeah.
it. And immediately you realize that the bridge was broken. So as you go down the road, looking left and right at the buildings around you, you can see that most of them are residents, especially those that have fenced-in gardens. So some of them are pumpkin gardens, some of them are wheat. So these are probably residents, and you can see that some of them have been damaged from boulders, and boulders lie all around. The big building here is this one here. Is something that looks like a storehouse. It has this golden shield attached to its entrance, and it says on the shield whoa, wait a minute, I'll get it. The Lion Shield Coaster Trading Post.
Which building was that, Idar?
Really? You want me to hit again and watch my Chrome browser stutters? This one.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Um,
So and you think it's intact, but all the rest are residences and other buildings that seems to be smashed with those boulders. And as you head to the keep, you can see that the bridge that attaches the town to the keep was destroyed, probably when a boulder went right through it. You could probably step up to the point that it's broken and jump. It's not a very hard jump, but it is an annoyance. And from that distance, you can see the guardhouse that was damaged.
We did see the broken tower bridge on the way in here. So yeah, I'll say we should just go up there and then shout to see if there's anybody alive in the keep. Try to
I'm not-
contact survivors.
I think I'm doing the jump. I'm not really. I wouldn't really care if I fall down into the water. So
Yeah.
I'm just staying on the bridge shouting like, "Hey, the goblins are gone. Any survivors in there?" In my squeaky 16-year-old voice.
and I jump over. What is it? Is it a strength check
Yeah,
or how
it's
does it work?
strength athletic.
Oh, athletics. Okay. Got a 0 on that, but I rolled a 17.
Okay, so you can easily cover the distance, and you jump and land on the other side. You don't hear any response to your shout.
Report Ambassador Osmond, and I point over at Ellyn.
So when you say that, you hear a door, not a door, but a window opens at one of the guardhouse, and you can see a man. He looks pale and disoriented, and he looks at you and at the woman you point to. And then he says, yes, please come in. We are alone here.
Could you maybe fix the bridge? They have some long planks that could temporarily fix it.
And he vanishes into the keep, and then he pops out again, and the two doors of the gatehouse open with two more guards. They walk to the broken bridge, and they seem to be holding what looks like a broken table. And he says, will this help?
Is it long enough?
You think that it might cover some of the distance. It will make the jump easier, but it won't cover all the distance.
I'm standing at the standing on the bridge and I'm catching you if you jump over. Or Ellyn, for that matter, as well.
Okay, yeah. Well,
And I
yeah,
believe I can cast guidance on you again.
well, maybe Ellyn should,
touch.
yeah, come over, yeah, with.
Oh, it's touch. Oh, okay.
Oh, right, yeah, touch. Yeah. So, yeah, Ellyn can come over. We have some friends over here. I'll stay in here and see if I can find something on this side to help repair the bridge.
Okay. So Ellyn makes the jump. I'll roll for her. Yes. So she easily make it, especially with you, Zunis, waiting on the other side. And at this point, two of the guards, you can see one of them is a woman. They hold the table and they simply lie it on the bridge, and then they look at you, Zunis, and at Ellyn for guidance. They basically stand there with their hands in their pockets. They seem completely confused, and they say, the woman says, the goblins, they're gone. We couldn't get out.
The goblins are gone. I took care of it. Don't worry about them anymore. What happened here? Did the goblin attack, or who shot the boulders at the city?
It was a giant castle in the sky. We were attacked, but I'm not sure why. They threw boulders and leveled the entire town. All the people ran. They ran to the caves at, north of town, and then the giants. They went down and pulled the Nightstone right from the courtyard. It was horrible. Many people died, and we wanted to help, but the bridge was broken. We couldn't do anything, and then the part of the keep collapsed, and Lady Ellyn, not Ellyn, Lady Valrosa, she's trapped under the debris. We don't know what to do.
Oh, she's trapped under debris in the castle.
Yes.
In the keep.
And the other guard that is accompanying this woman, he says, Sidiri, she's dead. And the woman, Sidiri, says, no, stop saying that. She's alive. We just need help to dig her out.
Well, we have a couple strong hands here. We can try to help you out. Who is in command here right now? Is anyone still alive?
So Sidiri looks at Ellyn and says, well, she's an ambassador, right? So she is.
Okay.
We're doomed.
Okay. I think we should start the rescuing and talk later. I believe we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Tsunis of Pumanas, and this is, as you already know, Lady Ellyn. We have a couple of friends with us. They're in the guard tower right now. They're barricaded, but yeah, I think we should get them here in the keep, and then we figure out if we can dig someone out and restore the city.
Then come. She needs our help.
Okay, so I make the jump back and go back to the guard tower.
Okay. Ellyn will head inside with Sidiri. Okay, so you all find Zunis as he enters the tower.
Okay.
Okay, so what happened was that there apparently was some sort of aircraft, like a floating ship, or I believe they said a floating castle, but that seems a little bit unlikely. So it must have been some sort of airship, and yeah, so they were strong boulders, and they stole this Nightstone that this town was famous for. The ruling family of this city seems to be dead, so there's like no one right here who runs this place. Well, she's probably dead. She might be still alive. Actually, we should actually go to the keep and see if we can dig them out.
Okay. Well, what about Forgar and Quarian here?
Yeah, maybe
they-
they have some medicine there. I'm not sure, but let's take them with us. It's probably
Is there-
better.
We can
chance.
probably
Just
wait
throw
for them.
them.
We can probably wait
Yeah.
for them to wake up. They should recover eventually, and we need to repair the bridge. So I think
Yeah.
we should search the houses here to see if we can find some planks and some tools to repair the bridge.
Yeah, as long as it's just planks and tools you're looking for there, Mr. Renar.
What are you implying? I don't understand.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's try to get some planks out of these.
Yeah, we should be
houses.
able to disassemble the fence at least and make a usable
Well,
pathway.
Yeah, and we should also look. Maybe there are still like survivors if they have like a cellar or a basement. They might have been hiding in them or under the bed. Who knows? It's unlikely, but we should still check.
I think our first priority should be to get our people to safety. And then
Yeah,
come
I
back
think
and
so
check
too.
once we can get reinforcements from the keep.
But the goblins are all gone.
For
And we
now.
don't want to save any innocent people in here. What kind
The
of...
goblins may be gone, but somebody specifically sabotaged that gate so it can't be raised. So we are in a very vulnerable position as long as they can come in.
Well, that's probably when they probably did that in the initial attack.
From the floating citadel where they were throwing the boulders.
Probably somebody jumped down there and
And
so the goblins could come in. Yes.
I don't buy it.
What?
So I'm gonna focus on getting our people to safety.
I know
Can't
you're
we-
I know you're a bit simple, but
Mm-hmm.
I've heard stories. Like it's normal in battles to sabotage the drawbridge so you can keep bringing
I'm gonna
in
punch him right in
reinforcements.
the face.
Oh no.
Good.
And I rolled a 20.
He
Please
only has
don't
one
get-
hit point.
Yeah.
I rolled a 20.
Okay, I'm out. Yeah,
Eamon, do you think we might be able to completely disassemble this drawbridge?
As you say that as
That's
he
a good
punches
idea.
him in the face and flattens him.
Yeah.
Jenkins doesn't go up. So Zully simply coldly like
Yeah, and there's
watches
like
him fall, and then, "Do you think
there's a
that-"
spray of blood like coming out from my broken
That's a
nose
good
now.
diplomat.
I will, yeah, he just keeps talking over it. I will use my healer's kit to stabilize him, though I don't want him to die.
Oh, you didn't want me to die. Oh, okay.
No, no. I just don't like being called simple.
You're gonna do that
so-
to maximum HP next time.
Yeah. So if you take a short rest, then you can probably, I mean, all of you can spend your hit dice, and those who are unconscious can.
I'm full, so while they're doing that, I'm gonna
I
try
would
and
like to
repair the-
spend my hit dice at a short rest to recover some hit point, but
those are
apparently I can no longer do that.
those are temporary from a fist, are they not?
I think
on our
not-
attack.
Only if
Yeah.
you decide to do non-lethal damage.
Oh yeah, that would be non-lethal for sure. I'm not trying
okay.
to hurt. Don't like being called simple.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm only out for like a minute or two.
Yeah,
Then I'll
yeah,
come-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. God,
But I'm at
oh,
full
yes,
hit point,
Emperor.
so while everyone else is resting, I want to get reinforcements from the keep over here because I
Okay.
like Zunis' idea of disassembling the drawbridge.
Okay. So you are heading to the keep.
Yeah, I'll take apart the fence posts from around the farmer's field and lay them across.
Okay.
I'll help with getting planks, and search for tools from the houses, and see if there are survivors inside the houses, and of course also the goblins must have been looking for something, and I'm just
Mhm.
curious what that might be. So I'm looking around for other things also,
Okay. So.
looting everything not nailed down.
But just let me get it straight. You are collecting planks to repair the broken bridge between the keep and the town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. Okay, great. So you take your short rest. If you want to spend hit dice, please do so now.
Mhm.
I'm not resting. I'm
You're
building, searching, building.
Okay. So to keep things simple, Jenkins, you move around from farm to farm, resident to resident. The So most of the farms, you can see that they're, probably very simple families or people lived inside, probably farmers, and inside their houses, obviously goblins have already ransacked those places, but you can find some, utensils and simple tools of trade. Nothing very interesting or important. You do find two interesting houses. The first one. Seems to be completely unharmed, and on the door you can see runes are written, and they are written in a very strange language. Do you happen to read? I mean, what languages do you read?
Common and Dwarvish.
Okay, so you can't seem to be able to read that, but obviously, I mean, according to the way these are cut into the door, you think that these are maybe runes of protection, or maybe, we have a dog in our yard or whatever. This is obviously a sign that tells people stay out. So this is one interesting building you found. The other one is the inn, the Nightstone Inn. It resides. I mean, the building is here. It's the biggest building in town, the north, the one that lies on the north. Inside, as you enter, you can see that the sitting hall with several benches and the area where the barkeep used to stand, but you think that you can also see a bed inside. So what happened probably is that a stone punched through the roof and basically collapsed one floor into the other. So as you look there, I need to make a perception check. In the
Not
meantime,
investigation.
you can. You can. No, it's a perception check actually. No.
Okay. 18.
Ooh, nice.
So with an 18, you actually see someone spying on you from that broken floor. So you think that the room that got hit by the stone, you think someone is there in the shadows looking at you.
Hello. Hi. I'm Jenkins. I'm here looking for survivors. The goblins are gone.
So when you say that, all you hear back is as a crossbow bolt is locked into place. Cutscene to Eamon and his friends. You collect enough planks to basically lay a layer of wood on top of the broken bridge, and you manage to screw it or hammer it into place. It's not very stable, but it's enough. When you do so, 4 guards emerge from the keep. You can see 2 women. The name of one is Sidiri, and Zunis and Lynn already met her. The other one, her name is Alara. And they step out. Behind them are 2 men. One of them is Torem, the other one is Kalen. They all look, disoriented, confused, and they're not in a very good state. They seem shocked. Ellyn steps out from behind, and she says that the lady is dead. But she also tells you, Zunis, that this lady had a message for her, and she needs help to search the keep for it. The guards don't know what she's talking about.
I guess in that case we have to split up is probably the fastest way of searching everything. And so the guards, maybe we should each take one guard with us because they know the layout of the keep and they can help us a little bit. And then we each search a different floor or different part of the keep.
Okay.
So what kind of message is it? Is it a ladder or?
Ellyn doesn't know, and the guards, they say that the lady had the library, maybe, and this was where she worked or wrote her letters or whatever. Maybe it's there.
Then let's go into the library and search there.
Okay.
So, whereas a secret message is surely interesting to me, I want to work on that front gate.
Okay.
Are our horses still around?
Yep. And you also see
Perfect.
10 more horses in the town's stable.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so my plan is to use the horses and as much rope as I can, and I'm gonna tie the rope to the chains that pull the drawbridge up, and we'll just pull that thing up. The horses
Okay.
are strong enough.
So you take the horses. Do you take anyone with you?
Forgar hopefully can come.
Am I not having to be? Are you guys not doing this short rest is happening?
This is
Where-
after the
what's that
short rest.
time?
I'm assuming
Yeah.
you had a short rest.
I
Perfect.
sent the
Yeah.
guards to help them.
Okay, so you have 4 guards and 4 guard.
Okay. Or do you want to go inside and investigate Forgar? Because I've got 4 guards with me. I can do it.
Sure, I'll go investigate.
Yeah, you'll have more fun there.
Okay.
Join Forgar.
So Forgar, Ellyn, and Corey.
Alina, I think, stays with me
Yes, I know.
for the library. Okay.
So,
And
Well, we're
Quarian.
coming to steal your thunder and find it before you do.
so if I understand correctly, Forgar, Quarian, Ellyn, and Zonis go to the keep, and Eamon with 4 guards go to the bridge, and Jenkins is in MS. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
great.
not. I've been helping finding tools like hammers and nails and planks.
And we put those to good use. So
Yes.
And the
Very
occasional jewelry.
Okay.
yeah.
So Zunis.
Silverware.
So you can see that whoever threw those boulders left this keep, the Nander family keep, in a sorry state. And immediately inside, you can see that indeed Lady Valrosa Nander, she's the steward of Nightstone. She's obviously dead. The roof collapsed on her. You have no idea why even one of the guards thought that she might be alive. She is crushed and dead. Half of the great hall that you enter to is buried under rubble. So it seems like 1/3 of the keep has crumbled. And there is a big disassembled dining table that is now part of the bridge, but the legs are still there. And you can see that this hall, it's probably was used as a audience room or a throne room or a dining room. You can see utensils around. You can see tapestries on the walls that aren't destroyed. So this is definitely, well, it looks, I wouldn't say that this place look rich, but it seems like the lady had enough gold to sustain herself and her residence. So not very, I'm looking for the word, not very, help me? Not very fancy.
Wealthy.
Yeah,
Grand?
not very grand, but it looked like she was rich enough to sustain herself in this place. You are taken to a corner room that has 2 levels. The lower level is basically a study or a place to sit in front of a desk and write and read. And the second room is basically this circle that has shelves covered in books, and there is a moving ladder that you can move to get from the first floor to the second floor and pull any book that you want. So you spend your time there trying to figure out what message was left for Lady Ellyn. Now, Eamon, when you take your horses and your guards and you work hard on this bridge to try and pull it, you suddenly hear a voice. You were so busy with the bridge and with repairing things, you weren't paying attention. And this voice says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 what do you think you are doing?"
Where's the voice coming from?
So you turn around, and surprisingly enough, you see 7 men on 7 horses. They all look, like they've been traveling for a while. But what catches your eyes is their leader. He's obviously a sun elf, which means tall, blonde, and all the rest. But his face, they seems like they have melted. So you can see his blue eyes and golden hair, but all the rest is a horrible mask. And even his lips, they are stuck like this, in a fixed leer.
As in undead, or
Oh no, he's
just scarred, horribly scarred?
horribly scarred.
All of them are like that?
No, only the man.
Only him.
who-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, who am I to judge? All right. Well, I'll step forward. I've got my 4 guards with me, and I'll put my hands up and I'll say, "Excuse me, sir. This town is closed. As you can see, there's recently been an attack, and we need
You
to
need
keep
help.
people out."
I understand. Men inside the town. This
That is not what I said. And I'm gonna flash my water deep guard badge. I'll be like, "There's an investigation on. You're just gonna get in the way, I think."
Oh, I think you don't know what you're talking about. This town is obviously in need of our protection. Look, it's in shambles, and you work here with these 4 men, and you are trying to raise the bridge. So, we will help.
And who are you, sir?
Oh, my name is Zulkin.
Zulkin. Do I know that name?
You don't think so?
Okay.
My good
not-
men will help you raise the bridge, no problem at all. And I will even do this for free, hoping that one of the days you'll repay me.
I will never repay you, because you're not coming in. I don't know you, sir, and if you're not from here, I suggest you turn around and move along to the next city. There is nothing for you here.
I think you are dearly mistaken. This place is obviously in need of protection, and we are here to protect it, free of charge and from our goodwill.
What is your business here in the first place?
We are merely travelers, and we were hoping to buy some provisions here and restock ourselves. We are
Well-
very known in this town. Unfortunately, it seems like it's been under attack. And we owe the proprietor of the trading post here a lot of money. So, here it is.
I rolled a 16 insight, and I said, "Well, if you're so well known here, then I assume these kind gentlemen behind me will vouch for you."
Ooh, these never seen them before in my life.
Well, if you're so well known in this tiny little town, then they would know you, especially a gentleman as remarkable as yourself.
Was that a remark about how I look?
No, a remark as to your stature and strong words.
Yes, strong words and then strong actions. He is obviously lying, and when he says strong action, he kind of do this, and his 6 companion starts to approach the gateway.
So where are they?
So they are basically on the road. When you are on the bridge or near the bridge, trying to pull it up and tie the horses and everything.
So the horses aren't tied on. There's no way I can start lifting the bridge.
You don't think so?
Okay.
Whoever jammed the mechanism did a good job.
Yeah, and I just don't have the chains hooked up to the ropes to the horses yet. Got it. So I'm gonna. That's fine. I'm gonna motion my guards to step back that are with me, and I'll just give them like a subtle head shake, like no, don't do anything.
They seem like they weren't considering even to do anything. They kind of.
Oh my god!
Jenkins.
They would never cut it in Waterdeep.
Yeah, I'm very happy that I found a fellow survivor here.
And you hear a woman's voice. She says, "Are the goblins gone?"
Yes, they are all dead or have fled.
Good. And then she drops from the hole in the ceiling. And you can see this plain-clothed woman. She only wears the robes of a monk. But she does have this hand crossbow in one hand. And on the other, you can see a snake is coiled up on her sleeve. And what's interesting about this snake is that it has wings that are now tucked in.
Nice.
And she
It's a
says,
dragon.
"My name is Kella."
Yes, I'm Jenkins, as I said, Jenkins Renner. Pleasure to meet you and your snake. No need for the crossbow, and I put out my arms.
And she looks at her crossbow and throws it on the floor. And she says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. The goblins, I tried to escape, but they were everywhere. I couldn't." And she rubs her head and points at the hole upstairs, and she says, "My bedroom simply shook, and I probably was knocked out for a few minutes, seconds. I don't know."
Yes, getting knocked out is really annoying. As a rob where Eamon hit me.
She says, "Any survivors?"
There's some up in the keep, and there might be some over in the building, and I point towards the one with the weird text runes on.
And she says, "Is the lady alive?"
One of the guard mentions that she was alive and trapped under some rubble, but I think the other ones assume she's dead.
In this case, I think we must help her. She's very important.
Oh,
Come. And then she goes out of the inn and she heads to the keep.
Okay, I'll slowly follow after her and look around for any of the others.
So at this point, when you go out, you see 7 men on horses riding into town as Eamon, and you know Eamon, he is very uncomfortable with them striding in like that. You can see that he's motioning the guards that are behind him not to do anything. All your spider senses immediately,
Fire.
Yeah, fire.
Yes. They are tinkling, yes.
Can I blow my guard horn?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Long, loud, and...
Zunis, you and all the rest in the keep, you hear the horn blowing, and you recognize it as Eamon's horn. What do you do?
Go find a window to look out and see if I could see him, or a door or something.
So you can probably climb to the 2nd floor and peek through the upstairs hall. There is a window that is overwatching the town, overlooking the town, and indeed you can see Jack Hands led by a woman that you haven't seen before. They head in a direction that seems toward the keep. At that very moment, you can see 7 men riding on horses pass on the bridge and into the town. And you can see that Ellyn is basically telling the guards to back off.
All right.
Okay.
I report that back. Ask, what was that? The head guard lady, if she sent for help.
We didn't. Only you came. I don't know who are these.
Then let's go face them.
Yeah, let's go make some new friends.
Okay. Anything you want? Zunis, how much did you miss?
I was gone for 3 minutes.
Okay, so basically what happened is while Ellyn was fixing the bridge or trying to lift it, a group of 7 men riding on horses.
I heard that.
Okay, so
I went when you started with Morton's character.
okay, so Ellyn blew his horn. So you've heard that in the keep, and Forgar went to the upper hall, and he reported that he saw these men walking in. At this very moment, Jackins seems to be led by a woman that you have not met before from the inn, and she walks with him towards the keep, and these two groups basically meet at the courtyard.
Okay, I arm myself and go there.
Okay.
Try to figure out what's going on.
Amen.
I'm going to try to. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just want. We're going to try to persuade all the guards to follow us. With very few short words, if I can.
They roll a persuasion. Make a persuasion check. They are.
Yeah.
So they kind of look at the bridge and at you and at these 7 men, and you can see that they are very close to simply ditching.
Okay.
So they stand on the bridge and watch the horsemen go by. Amen.
Okay.
You think you saw Forgar's
which-
face on the tower on
The window?
Yeah.
So you were trying to convince Corey and the guards in the keep, though, right?
Yeah.
And so my guards are also ready to go. They're ready to run.
As I said, they seemed shocked and disoriented. You might need to persuade them or threat them to hold their ground.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll make a persuasion check. Ugh, 8. And what I'm trying to persuade them to do is you two stay here, get those chains roped to the horses, and get that gate ready to raise. You two come with me, and then I just grab my bow and start walking after the horsemen.
Okay. Zulkin actually turns around and sends 2 of his men to help your guards. He says, "I need that bridge up and 2 of you, 1 on each roof," and he points at the guard towers.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And
Okay.
Sabotage.
Jackins, what do you do?
Yeah. How is this woman reacting that I already forgot her name?
So her
Kella.
name is Kella, and she stops when she sees the horseman, and then she looks at you and says, "Your friends?"
No, never. Well, yes, the one with the horn, but... And don't tell him he's stupid, even though he's stupid.
She looks at the 7 riders and she says, "I don't like these. They look dangerous."
Well, a lot of people look dangerous, I say, trying not to look at her and the snake.
And she says, "Maybe we should head back to the inn."
Oh, yes, let's do that then.
So you two retreat to the inn. Zonis and his group, what do you do? Basically, this man Zolkin starts issuing orders, and his men take positions on the guard towers. But some of them So let's say 4 of them take positions on the guard tower. All the rest, which is Zolkin and 2 other of his men, they head toward the keep.
I turn to Eamon. Eamon, who are these guys?
Am I there?
So, if I understand
Yeah.
correctly, Zunis, you are at the keep, and Eamon is back at the bridge. So
Yeah, I'll be following behind them slowly.
So he's making progress to the keep, but do you want to do something? And to be completely honest, Ellyn at this point kind of panics, and she says, "The message! Help me search it."
You would be able to tell from my body language. I mean, I've got an arrow knocked, and I'm walking up like slowly and cautiously.
Do you know these guys, Ellyn?
She says no, but she doesn't like the way that they, pushed themselves into town, and she's worried. She wants the message.
Okay, you search for the message, and I'm making sure those guys don't do anything weird.
Okay.
I'm going to give Ellyn Bardric inspiration to help her find look for the message,
Okay.
and I'm going to join her in help in finding that as well.
So
Does
Exactly.
that stack with guidance? Because if it
Oh,
stacks with guidance, I give her guidance as well.
okay. So she will make a perception check with advantage, and let's add your guidance or whatnot. Oh,
22.
awesome.
Never mind.
So it's another d6.
Okay, so exactly when all these people they basically go the horses, they leave them at town, and they walk on the bridge on the planks that you've prepared for them on the table, and then they enter the keep just in time for Ellyn to shout, "Got it!" And then all you see is that she is tucking something really, really fast into her pockets. Zunis, you think you saw a compass.
Okay.
And then she basically stands with you to greet those strangers. Eamon, I'm guessing you're there also?
Yeah, are they in the keep or just kind of by the guardhouse going to the keep?
So they are by the guardhouse going into the keep. There's nothing to stop them at the moment. No door is closed.
Okay.
Guard.
So I'm going to cross the drawbridge, and when I get across the drawbridge, I'm going to kick all the boards that we put across off,
Okay.
so that his 4 guys that are over there, or they're going to struggle to get over here.
Okay. So when you do that, he turns around and looks at you, and then he says, "That was unnecessary, my friend. We are here
Oh.
to help."
Well, it was just an accident. I'm kind of clumsy, you see.
And he says,
Now I don't know what I'm going to do.
"I'll have to keep an eye on you from now."
I'm right here.
I'm going to run to the library from where Ellyn yelled, "Got it!" before, and when she leaves, I run into the library, grab like the most fancy looking book, and when I think that this what's the name of the guy, Zucker?
Zolkin.
Zolkin.
Close
When I
enough.
think that he can hear me, I'm also going to yell, "Found it!"
Okay. Awesome. So you all meet except Jackhans, who is hiding with Kella in the inn's kitchen. She's basically wandering there, picking some. She opens a closet or the what counts as a fridge there. She pulls out a bottle of wine and a lump of cheese, some bread. She offers you.
I'll,
You have a picnic.
yeah, I'll take it and talk to her a bit, like where she's from. Does her snake have a name?
She says yes, Slither.
Oh, that's a good name.
She says that she is from Waterdeep, there is a monastery there that she lives in, and the dwarf that lives in the trading post, his name is Morak. He can procure the best herbs that can be used to enlighten the spirit. She is here to purchase some of it, but she doesn't think she'll find any now.
Herbs that enlighten the spirit.
Yes,
Okay.
I could use some herbs right
Right.
about now. Let's light up some herbs and sit in here and eat our cheese and drink our wine.
Is that legal,
Have
even?
enough time.
In Waterdeep, but not here.
Yeah.
So you all gather at the keep. At this
Yeah.
point, Zalkin kind of puts his hands on his waist with his melted face. He looks left and right, and he says, "Well, this will definitely do."
What will
For
do?
what?
Well, and he points at the pile of rubble under which the lady is buried, and he says, "The lady is obviously dead. This place is need of protection," and then he scratches his hair and says, "Where are all the people?"
So that's
Well-
that's none of your business, sir.
Yeah,
Don't you worry,
I
Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe you are a little bit mistaken. We already arranged for someone to lead this place, and I point to the guards. We're having a vote amongst the guards. So
Yeah, this town is under the protection of the Lords of Waterdeep and their guards.
Oh, no, no, no. You are horribly mistaken. This small town was under the protection of the High Steward Lady Valrosa Nunder. Now she's gone. There is no other Nunder at Waterdeep, so this is a place in need of protection. What were you
Yeah.
saying about those guards of yours?
well, the guards are having a vote on who gets to rule this place, basically.
Well, whoever reaches here, he will find this place protected and ready for his rulership. Make a deception check. Now, I think that
I
someone...
rolled a 3.
A 3. So
Nice.
he smiles. Now, what did you say about the villagers? Where did they go?
We didn't say, and we're not rightly gonna say. I think you and your men, it's time you leave.
I'm not.
I don't understand why you say that. We are good friends to this town, and we are willing to protect it. And
You
we
are
are also worried about the fate of the villagers.
Right now, the town doesn't need protection. It needs people to rebuild it.
I agree.
and
And where are
you
those
are-
people?
you are clearly not friends of this town. I'm looking around at the faces here, and nobody seems to recognize you.
Yes.
So where do you find this? Where do you claim this right to be a friend of the town?
And he says, "Well, you've expected people to recognize me with this face, right?
I sure do.
But I think that whoever is able to recognize me simply is not here. And you said that you are a guard at Waterdeep.
Yes.
You don't seem to care where the villagers have gone.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, so this is what we'll do. We'll arrange a rescue mission, yes? We'll search for them, we'll bring them here, and then they can rebuild this place. How's that for a plan?
How about you take your men and leave, and we and the guards that are on their way from Waterdeep, under the direction of the Lords of Waterdeep, as we were sent here, will do just that without you.
I think that will be a serious mistake.
Well, I would disagree, being a guard of Waterdeep.
So, does this guy look particularly strong or something? Or is
You have no idea. All you do see about him is that his face are totally melted. And now that you try to maybe take a better look of him, the only interesting thing you see on that he owns is his cloak, which is made of scales of a black dragon. It's very
Good lord. Expensive.
not expensive. It doesn't look expensive. It looks very unique. You haven't seen a cloak like this basically ever. Another thing that you can see on him is a small, how do you call the flute that you play on the side?
Mhm.
Flute? A flute?
Flute.
Okay. So he has one of these in his belt.
And it's him with 2 additional guards, and 4 additional ones are on the guard towers.
Yes.
Mhm.
And,
Okay.
and then he says, I don't know, I don't understand. You look at me like I did something wrong. All I did is place some guards on the walls, and I offered to help you arrange a rescue mission to find all the villagers. Is this the work of a criminal? I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, what's in it for you though?
As I said,
Boss-
I'm a friend of the peoples of this town. I want this town prosper, and its people are happy just as much as you do. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you are the criminals here. What are you doing here?
I point my spear at him, and I'm like, no, we need you to leave right now.
I'm gonna take my manacles out of my belt. I'm gonna throw them on the ground in front of him. I'm gonna say, "You need to put those on. That's an order.
He says,
Failure to do so will constitute a crime against the guards of Waterdeep."
He looks at the manacles, and then he looks at you and says, I am really sorry that you feel this way. It will pain me greatly to kill you.
I'm gonna draw my bow and point it at him.
And let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Yes. I really don't like this guy.
No.
Jacket.
I'm at 0 initiative.
I accidentally put some cheese in my ears.
I
I don't hear
I
anything.
don't have 0 initiative on my...
I got a
doesn't
0
even
initiative
exist.
too.
Oh my
Are you
god.
kidding me?
Okay.
Roll the
I got-
1.
Yeah, me too.
I got
Yeah, it's this die, right? It only rolls 20s and 1s. I should use the new one that I bought more. Maybe it does something different.
Old habits die hard. I got a 17.
Okay, just a minute. 17 for Amen. Corin.
21.
21
Nice.
for Corin.
Ready for this.
Okay, I'm missing 2. Ellyn. Let me check her sheet. She is at 15, which is awesome. And I'm missing Jenkins. You don't know shit, right?
Yeah. I've rolled a 15 for initiative if I ever need to do something.
Okay. Let's see. So this. Okay, so I think I'm good.
So actually, when the combat starts, what I'm doing is I get my shield out from my back. My shield is like a giant a shell from
tortoise shell.
Yeah. It's a
Nice.
it's a tortoise shell, and yeah, I put my spear in my other hand.
Okay. Okay, so both of the men behind Zolkin, they draw simple swords. Zolkin doesn't draw anything.
No, of course not. He's a spellcaster.
Okay, so Quarian, You get the drop, basically surprising everyone with your fast reaction. What do you do?
I run away.
I'm gonna throw punch Quarian.
No, I'm going to run to some. I'm going to. Is there some place I can run to get like coverage? Cover?
So you are at the first floor of the keep, which means on the ground floor. So think about it this way: you stand in a whole room. To all four corners, there is room for those towers, those guards towers. Now, two of them are basically rubble. So all you have is a room to go to northeast, a room to the northeast, so you can go there. It looks like a kitchen or something like that. You have the staircase that leads to the library on the first floor, and you have another room. The door is closed currently, just behind you. So I can, you know what? I can actually do this, which probably will make things a lot easier. Can you see it on the map? Try to.
Oh yeah. Do the shift click.
It's tiny. It's there.
No, I didn't see what you did. Where did you point?
So look at the bottom
there it
right
is.
corner of the map.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So this is
Okay.
the room that you're currently in. Okay. So you all stand at the middle. So yeah, there is cover. You can basically back behind this boulder. You can find some a place to
Okay.
hide.
Cool. So this is. I'm going to go there. I'm going to give my last Bardic Inspiration to Eamon, and I'm going to cast my annoying spell, the Vicious Mockery, and I'll do it on Dalton.
Okay.
So we need to do a spell DC of 13.
Remind me the ability.
Wisdom.
Wisdom of
13.
13. So he made it with a 16 on his roll.
Okay, so nothing, just showered with curse words, but that's it.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, "With a face like this, do you really think I care how my mother looks like?" Okay, so that was Quarian, and you took some cover behind the boulder. So Zolkin spring into action. He draws two short swords, seemingly out of nowhere, but he does that in a very fashionable way. So his cloak basically swirls, and then you can see two short swords at him. So he jumps on you, Eamon, and he says, "Nothing personal, yes?"
Nope.
So the first attack hits for 15.
Yes.
Uh,
Chainmail.
So it hits?
No.
Okay.
No,
The
he misses.
second attack is a 17.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Okay. So you take 5 points of damage from his sword, and then you feel like your head is spinning. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
7.
7. Not very good. You take 12 points of damage.
I'm
You
down.
can add 1d6.
Oh, it's too late. I already.
Ah,
I failed.
was muted.
Stop muting yourself, Avi.
Okay.
I don't want our viewers to hear me munching some snacks.
Okay, so his sword goes in and out of Eamon's.
His sword barely nicked me, and then I fell down.
So at this
Poison.
point, when Eamon falls twitching, he turns his sword to you, Zunis, and basically all the rest of you. He's waving his sword. Are you sure you want to continue with this folly? and it's
Yes.
Erase my shield.
it's Amen's turn, so I need a death save, and then it's Elyn's turn, and she looks back at not Forgar, at Quarian for guidance.
Success on my death save.
Okay.
Okay, so we're four people. I guess none of us have spells anymore.
Oh wait, sorry. Quarian, you are first on the. So I made a mess. Wait.
Okay.
What I meant is that the guards go first, but to give you a chance of answering his challenge, Forgar, you go next. So, and actually Zunis after that. So, decide what you want to do.
Yes, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Okay. In this case, okay. So go ahead and attack as a way to state your intent, and then we'll continue with the usual initiative.
I breathe lightning on them.
On all of them, on just one. You can basically catch the three of them.
Yeah,
Yes, you can.
I do that then.
Okay.
All three of them.
So what do I need to do?
So, 10 dex save.
10 dex save. So Zolkin actually doesn't make it,
Nice.
and his two men also doesn't make it.
Right on.
Yeah.
5 damage.
5 damage each.
Yeah.
Okay, they take it. Great. At this point, Ellyn, she shrugs and Eldritch Blast Zolkin. Let's see if I can do that. No, it's Witch Bolt, and I'll roll damage just in case. I didn't see if I hit or not. So a 13 against Zolkin. This is strange. I'm kind of fighting myself. So a 13 on Zolkin doesn't hit. And then she backs off to be behind you, Zunis.
Okay.
At this point, the guards, they try to grapple Ellyn. So someone make a. So Elyn's dex is with a +2. So someone roll 1d20 +2 for Ellyn.
You could
Yeah,
give
I
her,
rolled a 2, so it's 4.
or you can give me access to her character sheet. I could use the character sheet.
I will do that. For
I did roll a d20, by the way. I rolled a 2.
okay, so let's see what the guards roll. Yeah, so they obviously managed to roll more than her. So they move in, they grab her and pull her to Zolkin. And they basically put a hand, put a blade near her throat. And Zolkin looks at you, Zunis. Forgar already did his turn, and he says, "And now?"
I cast the poison spray at him.
Okay.
Let her go. Poison spray. They have to, or he has to make a con save of 12.
He makes it. He rolled a natural 19.
Okay, no damage then.
No damage. So sprays, and he looks at you and says, "A lizard much larger than you did this to me." And he points at his face. And you add 1 and 1, and you realize that a black dragon probably did that to him, and he's wearing that dragon right now.
It chopped my
Probably
teeth.
pretty strong.
So that was Zunis. Quarian, you are behind cover. What do you want to do? Ellyn is held by his guards. Zolkin seems undisturbed by all the attacks against him so far. What do you want to do?
I want to stop this. I walk outside, outside of my cover, when no weapons at hand, my hands up,
Mhm.
and I tell him, "Okay, just let us go, and we won't let us tend to our friends, and we'll leave this keep."
And he seems to consider, but before he... Okay, so he thinks about it, and then he says, "Oh no, I think this went too far. Now we have the ambassador of Ruathim in our hands, and we can't just simply let her go, right? This is a town that needs protection, and it also needs a trading contract. Isn't that right, Ellyn?" And she kind of gnaws her teeth, and then he says, "I think we should simply..." And at this very moment, you hear horns. And you hear shouts from the guard towers. And those shouts sounds like, "Orcs! Orcs! We're raided by orcs!"
See, I friggin' told you guys. You need to get that gate up.
And Zolkin looks at you, Zunis, and then looks at his men, and he do this to one of his men: "To the guard post, now!" And he releases Ellyn and says, "We don't have time for this now. We should work together, or we will be overrun." And then he runs outside.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
How long is this poison gonna last?
So,
I'll go check on him. Should I do like a
do you want a
medicine
shot of
check?
whiskey?
yeah?
I got it. It's in
Definitely,
my
I'll just,
bed.
like,
It's in my
take
pouch.
that.
Yeah. But
No, for me.
it will-
Or for me.
yeah, but that won't heal
He
you.
pulls
Oh,
it from
okay.
his bag and then drinks it.
Yeah.
No, it does heal. Doesn't well, at least give me temporary hit points. won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but temporary hit point still doesn't bring you back up.
Mm.
Your temporary hit point is not like your actual health.
Is it gonna make him at least like pass the death saving throw?
No.
Really?
I also have
No.
a healer's kit on me. You guys all know that.
Yeah.
So, Eamon, maybe roll another death save, and if you go to 20, it solves everybody's problems, right? I mean,
Yes.
Negative. I succeeded, but I didn't roll a 20.
okay. So,
Uh,
using our turn order, Ellyn is next. She actually runs outside to see what's happening.
Okay.
Forgar.
I go and use my healer's kit to help Brian out there. His healer's kit. I'd rummage through your bag and use that to stabilize you.
Okay, you do.
Does the kit prevents me from having to make a check, right?
Correct.
Yep. So you're stable, Eamon.
And then I'd go to the door and see what I can see out there.
Okay. So, from the door you can't see too much because it's... you know what? No, you actually can see because the keep is higher than the town. So what
Yep.
you basically see is actually... so think about it this way. The town is surrounded by this grassland, but just to the north of it there is a forest. What you see is figures running like madmen from the forest toward the town. Most of them are, just individuals running through the grass, but you can see that two of them are carrying each other or supporting each other. They run like madmen, and a volley of arrows from the forest follows them, drops a number of them, but the rest make it to the moat and plunge in, while the others run to the bridge. And
Were these figures orcs?
yes, and you can see that the men that Zolkin placed on the guard towers, they start to shoot arrows at them while blowing their horns like madmen. And Zolkin is basically in his way to the courtyard, and he is shouting commands like a madman. I need you here, you over there, 2 men over there. And then he turns and looks at you, Forgar, and he says, I need your men on the walls now.
So the orcs were running towards the keep, and the orcs got cut down by arrows
Yes.
from behind them?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Let's-
why don't we have a healer? Can someone please heal me?
If we would have had
I
a
used-
longer rest, I would have helped you.
Yeah, I used up all my spell slots. I can't
Yeah.
heal anyone.
Okay. So that was Forgar. Zunis, what do you want to do?
Guys, we have to get out of here. I turn to the guards and I say, fight with these men. We will come back and rescue you from their rule eventually. And
So the guards, I
Good luck.
think. I mean, you're talking about the guards that you left near the gatehouse, because these are about to be overrun by orcs in a second.
Oh yeah, I meant the guards that were initially at the keep.
So
that are on our
Eamon
side,
took
yes.
them to the gatehouse, and Jack Hines, at this point, you can very much hear the rockers and the horns blowing and the shouts, orcs, orcs.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get out
and
of
we
here.
can't close the gate.
So
Yeah.
I'd like-
why are you pointing at that out?
A gun that fired in the first scene.
Yeah.
I'm unconscious. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
basically-
guys. Maybe we can jump into the moat and run south.
yeah, I drew something on the map. That's what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what did you
Yes.
draw? I couldn't.
Just an arrow. Yeah, I want to jump into the moat and swim.
Okay.
But how can I get to the keep now that someone destroyed the bridge we repaired?
Uh-oh,
Wait,
sorry.
just jump down.
You can ask your friend to throw you over the bridge, over the gap.
Okay.
I mean,
so,
it's not much further anyways.
Zunis, do you take the jump?
Well, I'm getting out of the keep and I'm jumping into the water if I can get to the water.
Yeah. So Zunis is jumping above the bailey, and not the bailey. The how do you call this fence? There's a name for it. Never mind.
Yeah.
So you climb the fence and jump. You slide on the sides of this flattened hill, and you find yourself in the water. You can see the orcs are closing in, but they're far enough, so you're for now you're safe. So Zunis is in the water. Quarian, what do you do?
I want to try to take Eamon with me and pull him outside in the same direction that Xenos just went. So
Make a strength check.
okay, I'll try.
Drag an unconscious person into the water and then lose track of them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
I
great.
got a 6.
Okay.
Not very strong.
So you
Okay.
you basically try to lift him and topple him over, but then you realize that the fence is made of logs that are sharpened at the edge. So just toppling over will be a problem. So you stop to think.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to shout to Forgar. Hey, Forgar, can you help me with that?
Move the wall.
No, just move this guy over the wall.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
What are we gonna do with him over there?
I'm going to run away.
So as you two speak, Ellyn simply runs and phew, jumps over straight into the water. The old lady
Yeah.
that she is.
Something like that.
I am not that graceful.
Forgar, what do you do?
I say a little prayer, and I try and toss both of us over the sharp fence.
Wait, don't you have lay on hands?
Yeah, you're a paladin,
Aren't
right?
you a paladin?
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
you heal me?
That
Oh,
every long rest, and we only took a short rest.
damn it!
I am useless.
So you used it already.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's time to use your muscles then.
exactly.
Okay. So make a strength check with advantage because Quarian is tearing his spleen, trying to help you.
Yes. That is a 21.
21. So the limp body of Aemon falls on the side and slips like a rag doll. Now someone has to jump to save him from drowning.
I do that?
Okay. So
Yeah. Query and don't leave my bow behind, whatever you do.
okay. So you are all in the water. Now I need Forgar and Quarian make dexterity saving throws or dexterity checks to grab Aemon before he slips into the water and vanishes.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got a 17.
17.
I got an 8.
Okay, so Forgar, you lose your grip and you slip yourself into the water. Quarian, you manage to grab Aemon, but now he's pulling you down. So I need you to make a strength check to make sure you keep
No! A 4.
a 4. Okay,
We're
Aemon,
killing you.
you go down underwater, and I think it's a great point to end this session.
Yeah, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, you and as
All right.
As you do drown, you can hear Zolkin shouts, "Cowards!"
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm poking my head out from the end with a glass of wine in one hand, so a piece of cheese in the other hand. Like, oh, what?
What's going on out there?
Yes. Okay. You
Very
lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes more than I thought you would.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it should be.
I re-
interesting.
I really like the little hints about the guy, about his strength, his melted face and the dragon cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, he was such a detestable character, like right from the beginning. Oh, he's smarmy.
Yeah.
He's so greasy, he doesn't walk, he slides, right? Like
Yeah, exactly.
when he walks through doors, the automatic doors, they go douche.
And then they bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to be clear here, when we end, are the orcs already at the drawbridge?
So very close to the orcs when chased run very fast.
When chased.
So what's chasing this
They-
horde of
they
orcs
actually-
is my question.
Orcs actually
And
run
slimy
faster
grease
towards
balls
enemies,
buddies.
but yes, we don't know yet.
So
Just
they're
arrows.
they're very close to the bridge, and some of them even throw themselves into the moat out of desperation. And what
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
yeah, and the only thing that chases them is a volley after volley of arrows. Nothing comes out of the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like elves
He's
to
calling.
me.
Yeah.
He's calling us cowards.
He's defending the keep and arranging,
keep.
and
He's also
arranging a
attacking
rescue
it.
mission.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Well,
He
but
needs slaves to work in his new fortress.
Yeah.
I mean, what's there to defend though? It's just an empty
Yeah,
town.
right?
No, there are clearly survivors. I found survivors. There's another
Yeah.
building that's probably like full of town people that are protected
we kn-
by magic, but nobody cares.
Protected
They
by
did
Except for
magic.
me.
They did
Yeah.
say that the people fled the town and they went north to the caves, so
And then
once we get out of here, we go north.
There are some in this building with a mate or whatever.
Yeah. And Ellyn
Wait, we're not
simply
gonna find out who's shooting
Ellyn
the air?
simply rose and says, "I don't care. I have the message. They can all drown. This town can burn. I've got what I came for."
Yeah, that's so like her. Yes.
Yeah.
You know how
Very
much EXP we got roughly from killing the
I think
goblins?
I
and
think
all?
I should penalize you with XP this time. I should take away XP.
Hey, I'm being brave. I'm rescuing people. I'm helping.
Yeah, actually,
I'm not.
yeah, you're the
I'm
only one who
not,
actually
like,
accomplished
doing
this
anything.
mission. You You should
Yeah, to sabotage the gate and screw us all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really.
thank you for that. This has been awesome.
I'm helping repair the bridge. I'm rescuing
Yeah.
survivors.
Yeah. He's the hero.
Hey, I was a gold leader for like a full round there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it actually was a full round, but
Yeah. So
half a
I got
round.
major punch,
Yeah.
so that's a pro of some sort.
So that's the first time I'm telling my group to level up after they abandoned ship, left the people to die, decided not to defend the city. That's yeah, level up. Yeah, why not?
The group. Hey, I'm still in here. I'm totally going to defend this by myself with my 1 hit point. Because I
Yeah,
did
you're
that.
gonna. You might want to start rolling a new character too.
What I love about it is, there was this split second in the second session where you decided to sabotage the bridge. You could decide not to. I mean,
Yeah.
what a T junction there. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Somebody sabotaged it. I didn't
My
see
God,
who it
we were
was.
there.
I didn't.
You
I
went
didn't
up
see
and the
it.
gate came down, and then you went up, and now we can't raise it back up. Like,
The gate was already down, and
Yeah.
it's clearly the goblins that sabotaged it.
Guys, I wish you a great week. You'll have a lot of time to think how to repay Jack Hins for his decision.
Nobody knows so far.
Yeah, until I get a spell cast on this dagger. Fine.
You'll intelligence is low. You're
Amen.
simple. You'll have forgotten it by then.
Amen. But
Nope.
the most important thing, I need you to erase 1 pair of manacles from your equipment. Okay, guys, have a great week. Have a great
You too.
weekend, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yep. See you.
Looking forward to
see
it.
you.
Bye, guys.
As
Bye
I
bye.
get left behind and swarmed
At
by
least you're
orcs.
conscious.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
drowning.
And not
Bye-bye.
drowning. Yes.
Bye.